Hello friends, welcome to the video. Welcome to Unit 2 Functions of Single and Several Variable. Before going to function of single and several variable, I want to discuss some of the basic concept related to this. Let us proceed with this. Yes, basic concept. We know that y equals to f of x represents y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable, right? It means y is a function of x. Then let us take some simple function f of x equals to 1 by x. So here 1 by x means if x equals to 0, then you are getting 1 by 0. 1 by 0 is undefined. Then we can conclude the given function f of x is discontinuous at point x equals to 0. Then similarly, if you take one more example, f of x equals to x square minus 1 divided by x minus 1 at point x equals to 1. So if you put x equals to 1 in the given function, you are getting 1 minus 1, that is 0 by 0. So it is also indeterminate form. Means here f of x is not defined at x equals to 1. Therefore f of x is discontinuous function. Then we can understand with the help of graphical representation what is continuous function and discontinuous function. See here, if you observe this graph, so this is one curve in xy plane. So this is continuous function. So this is the graphical representation. Why? Because there is no break in the curve. Therefore we can say that this curve is example for continuous function. Similarly, you can take this curve. See here, this is also showing continuous function, and second graph is showing discontinuous function. Why? Because there is a break in between the curves. So therefore this is example for discontinuous function, and these two are example for continuous function. Means here you just assume the graph of sine and cos x. So sine function and cos function, all the curves are continuous curves. That is, all the trigonometric functions are continuous, and the exponential function, it is also a continuous function. So I can give several examples. Then what are discontinuous function? You may remember. So in transforms and partial differential equation, in transforms, mainly in Laplace transform, we learned unit step function and Dirac delta function. Unit step function means its graphical representation looking like steps. Therefore it is a good example for discontinuous function. Means function having some breaks, means the curve is not smooth curve, so there is a break in between the curves. Such a functions are known as discontinuous. So it is easy to guess on the basis of graphical representation whether the given function is continuous or not. But in mathematically, how we can express, how we can conclude that the function is continuous or not? So it's just very simple. The given function, you differentiate one time. If its derivative is not equals to 0, then the functions are said to be continuous, differentiable as well as continuous. Suppose if you consider the function x square, f of x equals to x square, what's its first derivative? That is, f dash of x is 2x. 2x means 2x is not equals to 0. Hence we can say that the given function f of x equals to x square is differentiable as well as continuous function. Then you can make a statement, every differentiable function is continuous. And also you keep in mind, so every continuous function is need not to be differentiable. Means converse is not true. Every differentiable function is continuous, but every continuous function is need not to be differentiable. Okay, then let us understand here what is tangent and secant line. So tangent line graphical representation, you can see here, this is x and y axis. So you are drawing one parabola, okay, parabola like structure, and you are drawing one straight line. This straight line meeting the parabola at this point, means straight line will touches the curve at only one point. So therefore this is known as tangent line. Secant line means the straight line will touches the curve at 2 points. Okay, here you can see first point name is x1 y1 and the second point name is x2 y2. Okay, then this is secant line. Secant line means the straight line will touch the given curve in 2 places, that is in 2 points, but in tangent line refers, so it will touch the curve at only 1 point. Then to calculate the slope of the curve, usually we are using the formula rise by run. Rise nothing but vertical distance divided by horizontal distance. Vertical distance always we are denoting by y-axis, so we can write as change in y divided by change in x. So change is represented by the symbol delta, delta y by delta x. It means y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 gives the slope of the tangent line. Okay, then continuity at a point. So continuity at a point, that is the function is said to be continuous at that point, means you just remember this mathematical notation. Limit of f of x equals to f of c as x tends to c. So continuity on an interval. So you just understand the differences between open and closed interval. So open interval is represented by small brackets 0, 10. Closed interval by square brackets 0, 10. So then what is the difference here? What is the meaning of open interval and closed interval? You can see here, you can also use the notation for open interval 0 less than x less than 10. For closed interval, the notation is 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 10. It means that open interval meaning is we are choosing the x value in between 0 and 10. Means we are not including 0 and 10. In between 0 and 10 you are choosing the x value. You are excluding 0 and 10. Means you are leaving the end points 0 and 10. So while in case of closed interval you are including the end points. Means you can choose x value as 0, 1, 2, 3 so on up to 9. You can choose 10 also. So this in case of closed interval. So here I written choose x value in between 0 to 10. Closed interval means you are choosing including endpoints, that is 0 and 10. See here the notations. If you use if they are giving a closed interval means you are including 0 as well as 10 or in between any value. If they are giving open interval, you are not including the endpoints 0 and 10, but in between whatever the numbers you are having you can choose as x value. Then I wanted to let's see the blueprint of unit 2 functions of single and several variable. Here we can classify this chapter as function of single variable is first part and function of several variable is another part. In function of single variable you can means here you are learning the concepts continuity, differentiability, mean value theorems, namely Rolle's theorem, Lagrange's mean value theorem and Cauchy's mean value theorem, Taylor series and Maclaurin series. Then in case of functions of several variable you are learning partial derivatives, total derivatives, Jacobian, maxima and minima of functions and Lagrangian method. Okay, so let us discuss this unit 2 function of single and several variable in detail in the next video. Thank you for watching.